Hey guys, welcome back to the Joe Jaguar Show. So I want to compare 4 different reflecting telescopes in the 6-inch size, which is the intermediate range. Now I don't have all 4 with me. I have the Meade 6-inch, okay, but I also want to talk about the Celestron Omni 6-inch. I'll put a picture right here. Then next, I want to talk about the Orion has a 6-inch reflecting telescope. It does come on a full EQ mountain tripod. Also comes on the tabletop version. I'll put a picture right here. And then the 4th one is the Skywatcher Heritage 6-inch. And I'll put a picture of that right here. Now, the Skywatcher Heritage has not been released in US or Canada yet. It is coming out summer of 2021. However, it has not been out here yet, but it has been in Europe for about a year or so. Okay, so out of those 4 scopes, let's start with the Skywatcher. Again, I'll show you a clip right here. It's definitely a good bang for the buck. It's fairly decent price. You're getting 6-inch f5 in a small package. And remember too, what's neat about that one, it is f5 once you extend it, and then when you collapse it, it's actually collapsing into an f2.5 space. So that's definitely, if you want a 6-inch size that compacts very well for portability, it's going to be very hard to beat. It is parabolic mirror too. On the downside is, because it's an open truss design or a part truss design, you need a shroud, which I've mentioned a couple times, and you might even need the shroud or a dew cap to extend a little bit further so your secondary mirror does not dew up. The other downfall of that scope is it has a helical focuser. It's only 1.25 inch size. And a helical focuser just twists, which isn't the greatest, but because it's on an open truss system and it's, very small rod cage, they really have no choice. Unless they made the upper cage 2 or 3 inches type of thing, maybe then they could have put a regular 1.25 inch rack and pinion focuser, but they didn't, trying to keep all the weight low. The red dot finder is okay, so it will perform very well. Again, that one is on the tabletop version, so you'll need something fairly high, 2 to 3 feet, 3 feet if you want to stand. If you're sitting, you could do a 2-foot stool or stand. You might need then a stool to sit on. Now people, I have heard done like they put it on buckets or Rubbermaid bins. I don't believe, there is no way anybody's going to convince me it's rock solid on that. I have a hard time seeing that. Anyway, that's the goods and pluses of that. Let's go to the Orion 6-inch reflecting telescope. I'll show you a picture again right here. Okay, so again, it's your 6-inch f5 reflecting telescope. Okay, regardless if it's on the tabletop or EQ mode, doesn't matter, but it's a good size to collect a lot of light. It is a parabolic mirror, finder's fine. It is a full aluminum version, so it is a bit longer than the Heritage model, but that's okay. And basically, the one downfall is a little bit longer. The plus side is you don't need that shroud. And then the plus size is coming with a real rack and pinion focuser. However, it's only 1.25 inch again. So, which means it's okay. It's a real focuser, unlike the Heritage is more of a helical focuser. I don't like it as much. You guys decide which one you like better. I think a regular focuser is a little bit better. Finder's okay. So again, that's that one. Now we're going to get to the Celestron Omni picture right here. Again, it's very similar to the Orion 6-inch f5 parabolic mirror. The finder's fine. It's a full tube version, so it doesn't compact, but it's not that big. It's not that heavy. It has an 1.25" only focuser, which is not bad. You can use a 32 millimeter 1.25", giving you a semi-wide field of view. I know it's already a wide field of view, but if you want extreme wide field of view, you know, it would have been perfect to put a 2-inch 32, 34, 38 millimeter wide angle eyepiece to give you that 4 degree, or maybe even up to 5 degree field of view. So it's very close to being perfect. Okay, last on the list is the Meade R6 Lx85. So we're talking about just a tube here. Again, it's same size as all the other three, 6-inch f5. It's a full aluminum construction. So you can't compress it like the Heritage model can. The upside is you don't need a shroud. I would consider this to be the best of the four for one reason. All four are parabolic mirror, so are all the same. The one that compresses or the most portable is the Heritage, but it doesn't have the best focuser. You need a shroud and dew cap. Maybe you need a dew cap for all four, really. But I think with an open design, it's going to be more prone to dewing up. They're all parabolic mirror. All the finders on all four are very similar. The one thing that the Meade has going for it that the other three don't is that it has a 2-inch focuser. Now, this is not the highest quality focuser. This is just a standard 2-inch focuser, rack and pinion focuser, a 2-inch with 2-inch adapter and an 1.25" adapter. So I think for a 6-inch size, this, you know, it should have a 2-inch focuser. Putting in there a 2-inch eyepiece, something like a 32 to a 36, maybe a 50 to 70 degree field of view, whatever you have, you can get humongous field of view. Now, mind you, of course, you got to remember all four of them, no matter what. But especially this one, if you're going to be putting in a 2-inch eyepiece to get a really low power, you got to remember there is a theoretical low limit. People always talk about the high limit of telescopes, which is true, but with a reflector or anything that has a central obstruction, there is a low limit that you don't want to get to. So, but anyway, I would pick this as the best out of the four, because you could have a 2-inch eyepiece, and I do have a 2-inch 32. You can put a 34, 36 millimeter eyepiece, maybe up to 38, and you're still within that low limit. So that's my choice. I don't know if you can see my curtains are moving. My friend Joey is up there on top of the curtains there, and he's opening the blinds as he wants. I didn't ask him to, but he'll do it anyway. But anyway, out of these 4 6-inch reflectors, I think the Meade wins simply because of the focuser. Everything else is almost identical in the three. Even the first one is also very similar, slightly different. But again, it's because of the 2-inch focuser. If you really want to see those huge field of view, like Andromeda, the full Andromeda, not just 3/4 of it or 50%, 80%. If you want to see the whole thing, even larger stuff like the North American Nebula, the Pelican Nebula, and huge stuff like that, you need a 2-inch eyepiece, even being at f5, because they're so large. North American Nebula, I think, extends to up to 6 degree field of view. There's almost no scope that could achieve that. But maybe by putting a 2-inch low power eyepiece with also a wide field of view, you can at least get to at least close to 5 degree, well, between 4 and 5, depending what eyepiece you use, I guess. So you're practically there. Some of the outer stuff, let's say the North American Nebula, visually probably won't be able to see it as it starts to dim off. so that's okay too. But anyway, out of those four, I think this is the clear winner. I don't know if you could find like the OTA separate. I don't know. That's a different story. But comparing to these four, this is the clear winner, at least in my eyes. You guys tell me which of the four you would prefer and why. I'll see you guys on the next video. Joe Jaguar. Like, comment, subscribe.